Today we're improving high kicks. You might be wondering, what does a ballerina know about martial arts, Kung Fu, Muay Thai, Karate? Not much really, but I definitely know that you need your high kicks. So today for my martial artists out there, we are gonna be working with a real ballerina on your high kicks, your extension and your balance. So I've got 3 exercises for you that you can implement into your everyday training. Let's do it. All right, so the very first exercise I want you to think about. Again, implement this every day after your training. Whatever discipline in martial arts you're doing, these are very, very, very good exercises to have. If they help a ballerina, they will definitely help you. So one leg on a surface, on a chair, at the bar, wherever you want it to be, whatever you can train. Think about, so hands in the butt, thinking about the glutes really engaging, yeah? Because most of the time, especially in here, what happens is that we drop on the supporting leg. And what you want to have when your leg is up in the air is to have your glutes engaged. Yeah, we don't want to fall over. We want to have that the muscles to be reactive to the kicks, the hit and coming back. So by working the muscles and the glutes already in the right alignment, in the right placement, they will more and more be reactive. So think about this, your hips are squared and your glutes, you're touching them and they are nicely engaged. Most of the times, I'm not in the exercise yet, but I'm explaining why this is happening. Most of the times, whenever we want high legs, we stretch, and we might be here, yeah? So we're not thinking about our back and we're only thinking about elongating our hamstrings. But what we're not thinking about is that we need to compensate on the other side. So how do we do that? We need to work the lower back, we need to work the quads, yeah? Because the quads are the muscles that will keep your legs up in the air when you need them to be up there. So thinking about the square hips, square shoulders, hands on the glutes, really feeling that they are engaging. Flex foot like never before. We are, good for balance as well, we are going to lift 4 times. 1, without moving anything, using the core. 2, and 3, and 4. After you've done this, from your hips, yeah, think about having the sit bones going up and over and rolling through. Yeah, so we mobilize the back as well. And again, we come back and we go 1, 2, really lowering with control. 3 and 4. And releasing down, always your hips square. So what you might feel here is the engagement of the core, the foot, and afterwards also the release of the hamstring. But really make sure that you're folding from your hips like a book, yeah? This more and more will get easier, it will get more, you feel more fluid, yeah? But you're still working on the core for the balance. All right, we're gonna just do it on the other side because we're here and you might be doing this with me. So we're gonna do it twice on the other leg. Hands in the butt, check that you're not sitting on the supporting leg. Hips are squared, core is engaged, chest is nice and open, yeah? Because that's what you need whenever you're leaning a little bit away from your opponent, all right? And you want to keep that balance. You want to have the core nicely strong to come back into position. So we go up, 1 and 2. Breathe out, 3 and 4. Good. Breathe and release. Nice. Hips totally square. Back out there. And again, breathe, core engage. Go 1. Control it down. 2. Because the way up and the way down is just important. And 4. And breathe and come back up. Yeah, so you can do this 5 or 6 times on one leg, 5 and 6 times on the other side as well. I've got here a pillow, just because if you don't have a bar or any higher surfaces that you can put your foot in, the more flexible you become, the higher you can have your leg coming up here. So it becomes more challenging and more challenging and more challenging, releasing, yeah? So you've got more of that work. Once you get super flexy, you can even use the back of a chair and it will work even more on balance, yeah? And then again, from here, you can even have your hands out to the side to find the balance, or down, depending on your training. And again, up here, one, without moving the hips, yeah? It's very easy, especially whenever we need to kick, to do this, yeah? We are working on the quad, we're working on the flexibility, and then releasing down again. So the more flexible you become, the more you can lift up the surface where your foot is resting on. Exercise number 2 is going to be perfect for, again, working on the supporting leg, as well as finding the movement into the releasing and opening of the hips, all right? So we are gonna start, think about starting on all fours, yeah? And from here, nicely squared, some of the weight is on your hands, almost like you're about to get into a plank, yeah? Leg is out to the side. So now be really careful, because the most common thing, I know it's gonna be easier, but the most common thing to do is this. I don't want you to do that, because the moment that we start lifting the leg, we're not using the glute. So by staying out a complete 90 degree, yeah, and challenging yourself to lift the leg out to the side, we're literally working both glutes. So your check-in point is going to be, yeah, your plank. Once you found the plank, knees down so you know that you are in the perfect position. Leg out to the side. If you want to challenge yourself, you can even have one leg out to the side. And then we're gonna lift 1. Lifting 2, don't cheat, keep pushing the leg, yeah, the buttocks forward. 3, and you go 4. From here, place your foot down and gently release on top of the leg and coming back in. And again, find that position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place the foot down, release, come back, all right? Again, you can do this 10 times on one side, and we're gonna do it twice on the other, so at least you're not gonna be lopsided today. And again, from the other leg, your check-in point, are you in a plank, in a good position, good form plank? Good. Leg out to the side. If you want the challenge, you go 1, you go 2, come on, if a ballerina can do it, you can do it too. 4, place the foot down, release and opening the hips, coming back down here. And again, 1, and 2, keep pushing forward with your bum, don't sink down in the back. 3, I think I've lost count, 4, it's all right, it's good for you. And 4, releasing, and back in. Again, do this at least 10 times. You will feel that the glutes are firing up, and we're working on the contracting the muscles and releasing the opposite as well. Okay, so these two combination will strengthen the muscles that you need to stay on that balance, to hold on to the kick up in the air, to have more strength when you're hitting, as well as keeping everything in place and be injury free, because the moment that you've got the flexibility to do that, no muscles will be pulled in weird positions. Exercise number 3, you will need a chair. Yeah, again, very ballet exercise, but so good for you. It's pretty much the same muscles that we use in different ways. So this is one of my favorite exercises. We are going to start with one leg in front, the other one down here. You're going to have your leg down here like a potato sack. You're going to push up with your bum, all right? From here, we're gonna take it to the side, exactly where the hip socket is. All right, the first thing that you are going to do is try it in this position. So extending the leg, coming back in, yeah? Eventually, you can even tilt, yeah? Tilt in this position, still keeping the leg out there, going in, back out, re-grab, down, and here. Oh yeah. And again, potato sack, right under, up here. Take it to the side. Really push those hips forward. Really fire up the glutes, flexing the foot, extend, back in, tilt, without sinking at the back, yeah? Tilt, using the core, out, in, back in, and down. Yeah, can you feel the muscles there firing up? Good, all right. Other side, just for fun. Again, do these at least 10 times. Yeah, very nice, especially when you're warm, especially after you're training, yeah, especially when you've done cardio. They're perfect, your body is already warm, is craving to be free. So this is the perfect way to let your body free. All right, so really thinking about firing the supporting leg glute. Remember, your balance, anything that you're gonna be doing with your leg up in the air, if it's really quick, you're still gonna have the strength of the supporting leg planted onto the ground like never before. But for that, you need those glute muscles to really fire up. If you've never seen ballet, have a look at any adagio that ballerinas do, yeah? In the middle of the stage with a spotlight. That supporting leg while the leg is up there, yeah? It just doesn't move. She's like a tree, yeah? That's exactly what you want, that strength. So, enough with the talking, get in with the exercise. So, leg in front, pushing the glutes forward, yeah? Taking the leg out to the side, flex your foot, extend where you can, come back in, tilt, yeah? Really still pushing there, extend, back in, come back into the hip socket and down here. So here we're working and manipulating the femur bone into the hip socket, yeah? And again, pushing the hip, really push the hip. Taking it to the side, flex your foot, extend, keep that glute. Yeah, you could even do this without the help at some point of the chair. This is just there for support. You don't want to sink here, you want to be pushing out there. Extend, come back in, tilting, pushing the hips, extend, in, out, and back in. Again, 10 times on one side, 10 times on the other. If you are not quite there yet and you want to do a little bit less, feel free to do so and build up from there. At the end of the day, you are the martial artist, you know the discipline, you know how meticulous you need to be, but especially you know that in order for you to achieve the best, we need to take little steps, little milestones to get there. So let me know in the comments below how your exercises are going, if this is the first time that you're doing these kind of exercises and you're welcoming ballet into your life. So let me know in the comment below. I can't wait to hear all about your progress. Ciao!